Hey YouTube, it's Sean Griffin RC Planes. My Avios King Twin 1700. I've been doing a little work to it, and I was getting ready to start doing my personal touch to the fuselage. And as I was opening up the canopy here to get into the battery bay, I just realized how kind of a pain in the butt it is to get into it when there's no handle. You pull back the latch, but then to physically grab the canopy off there's nothing to really grab onto. So I'm going to take an old control horn here, and I'm just going to glue it to the top. It'll look like an antenna, and it'll work as a handle. So I'm just going to take my little Dremel tool and smooth off the bottom. And then I got a little piece of sandpaper to scuff up the glossiness, and some 2-part epoxy, and we'll have a handle. So this won't take any time at all. Where the screw is screwed into it, there's pieces sticking up. We got rid of those. I'm going to clean this front edge up, and then we're going to sand the top of the canopy. Almosty. Yeah, I like it. We'll put a little paint on it. And I got a little sandpaper wrapped around a stick here, and I'm just going to try to be really careful and just scuff up this little area where I want to mount my new handle. Alrighty, and then I got some 30-minute epoxy, a little index card, a stick, and a brush. And then this 2-part epoxy I've had sitting in some warm water. Makes it easier to pour when it's warm. Not going to take much at all. These bottles are really close to empty. Come on out of there. There we go. Right there. And right there. Mix it together. When it starts to look cloudy, that's an indication that it's mixed up really good. And we'll do something like that. Probably use this to smear it around. Yeah, we'll try to get it centered. What you guys think here? I think it's good enough for government work. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. And I'm gonna set it to the side and let it dry. And then I'm gonna mix up another batch of epoxy, and I'm gonna kind of paint it right in here, right where the canopy hooks into. You know, there'll be a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and eventually this will start to wear out. And I've done this in several of my planes. So I'm going to mix up another batch and paint it real thin, and that'll just give it another layer of protection there. And then I'll do the same to the canopy, but after the horn dries. Let me mix up another batch and I'll show you guys that real quick. Alrighty, I whipped up another batch of the 30-minute. And I'm just gonna try to get it in there right in that area. Putting that canopy, you know how it's going to tuck in there. It's going to be friction going in and coming out every single time. This might give it just another layer of protection. I don't think it's gonna run. Let's see here. And get the sides too. Just a little extra. Then we'll do the part of the canopy that goes in. And I tell you what, it's gonna have a bunch of friction back here too. And when this two-part epoxy is warm, you can brush it in pretty thin. And being the 30-minute, you don't have to worry about it curing on you real quick. Now don't put your canopy on right away. You won't have to worry about it coming off. That's just a little something, and I'm gonna brush a little of this polyacrylic on the top half of this as well. So let's get some of that out. All right, got the polyacrylic clear gloss, little toss away foam brush, and I'm just gonna do maybe a third of the front. That way I can handle this, and I'll tuck it away in my closet and let it dry. You know, if you get carried away and get paint happy and do the whole thing, then you can't pick it up, or if you find a way to pick it up, you know, you might knock it up against something, or me, you know, I got my pet cats, and you know what? You know where their hair is going. Doesn't take much of this stuff at all. I'm sure it's hard for you guys to see it, but I can see the gloss, so I kind of, you know, the wetness, so I know where it's been applied and where it hasn't been. You know, sometimes when you think you need to get more on the brush, to push down on it, you know, because it sponges, and some will come out for you. So I say we do just back here to like the third window, and then we'll also put a little bit on the wing section as well. I'm going down to about the line of where the canopy goes on this side. All right, I'm gonna do right across the top here to where the tail goes in. That way I know kind of where my start and stop point is. About halfway down. All right, let's get the top of the wing. All right, I'm just gonna do. Maybe we'll do both motor pods. We'll call them, and then maybe a little around the back side of the wires. That way, next time I can throw the wires that way. I'll let this dry. It'll be next week, and before I can tinker and fiddle again. So this will be good and cured, and then I can fold all the wires back and do the front section. We'll do here. Just trying to think how I handle it and how I store it. I store it with the motors facing down. I got it standing up in the closet. So how I can grab it. I'll grab it by the ends of it. So I'll do the motor pods and in. Looking good. Already starting to shine up pretty good. And this stuff makes your plane last so much longer. It helps it in the weather. It protects it in the sun. Now, you guys have seen my FMS pits. It looks brand new. And it's been outside for many weekends. Out in the hot Tennessee sun, humidity. It really protected the pits real good. All right. All right, that's going to be all the poly for this batch. All right, guys. Hey, thank you. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. Subscribe if you haven't. That goes a long ways. Leave me a comment and thumbs up and ring the notification bell. Pet your dog, rub your belly and tap your head, and well, all that stuff. All right, guys. Hey, thank you. And until next time, you'll see my brush here.